Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are gonna see that how can we create a Python SDK based app which can just connect to Firebase and get information from Firebase and store information to Firebase as well. So before starting anything, the first thing we need to do is to create a virtual environment in Python. If we are using any other editor than PyCharm, because in PyCharm if we can create a new project, then it creates an automatic virtual environment for us, but in any other editor we have to create a virtual environment for ourselves. So the first thing is to open the Windows terminal. So after opening the Windows terminal, over there we have to go to the directory in which we want to create a virtual environment. So I have a directory over here called Python projects. So okay, I did the wrong thing. Over at Python projects, or the package we have, like Python Python Firebase. So over here, after coming to the Python Firebase folder, the first thing we need to do is that we have to write virtual env and then the name of the project. That is, you can give any name to your project, but I am giving it Firebase. So after giving it Firebase, the thing we need to do is to wait, because virtual environment takes a bit time to create. Within that time, the thing we would do is to come onto Firebase console. Over here in Firebase console, we would create a new project. So on this new project, what we have to do is to give a name to this project first hand. So the name of the project would be Firebase. So after giving it the name Firebase, we would click on continue and then continue, then select an account. I give it a new account name YTB, then select the analytics location, accept the Google Analytics terms, create a project. The Python project is being created. So once the project is completed on Firebase, let's see that whether the virtual environment is created or not. So over here the virtual environment is created. Now we have to go to the directory of the virtual environment, like say cd Firebase, or the name of the project that you have given. So over here, what we have to do, we have to say scripts. On Windows we have to say scripts / and then we have to say activate. So then you would see something like this would come onto your screen. Okay, so then we have to install the Firebase SDK for Python. So we have to say that pip install Firebase admin. You can see the pip install Firebase admin command. So over here we have done it. Now let's come to the project settings over here in Firebase. Now onto the project settings, you would see service accounts tab over here. Now come to the service accounts tab. As this of my project is not that much important, so I am showing it publicly, but if you create an app for say server-side rendering of your very own app, then don't show it publicly, because it can harm the security of the app that you are creating. So now basically we have to just copy it, and let's see if it's installed or not. Okay, it's not installed. Now come to the Firestore database, because we are gonna use Firestore database as well, and we also are gonna just store for this moment in Firestore database and not in anything else for this first video. Now create a database. Now as we are doing a test over here, just use it in a test mode, but if you are using for production, say you are just deploying an app for that is client based app, that means the client need to log in and log out and all of the functions are included, then don't select test mode, because it also harms the security of the app. So now we would click on next. So you can select any location over here, that doesn't matter, because I would prefer that select the US central one because it gives the best server side rendering options. So just enable it. After enabling it, after that, you can see that the Firebase admin SDK has been downloaded, I believe. Yeah, it's being downloaded. So after that, what we need to do is come to the settings again over here onto the project settings, and from here go to the service accounts. Now onto the service accounts, you would see that there is this button, generate a private key. Now generate a private key. First let's select Python and then generate a private key. Generate key. So the key has been generated and we need to save the key onto the folder in which we are creating our project. So I have the project in this Python Firebase, then Firebase, and over here I have the project. Don't go into scripts or library because it can harm your project. So just say save. Don't change any of the thing like .json or the name of the file. Don't change anything, and then just copy it. Now we would come over here onto the directory in the editor you are editing it. So come down to the directory over here. Let's create a file. I would call it firebase.py. Now over here in firebase.py, we have a code over here. We are given with a code over here. So just copy this code and come over here and paste this code over here. So what it's importing is, it's importing the Firebase admin SDK that we have installed over there, and then it's importing from Firebase admin the credentials. So the credentials are used for just initializing the Firebase admin app with the Firebase. After that, I believe, okay, I just created the app on a wrong directory. These mistakes keep on happening in coding. So just create an app name called firebase.py, as I'm repeating it. Then just paste the code, and after pasting it, see over here, you can see the file, the .json we have got. Now just paste it over here. So we would say that we would not give it directly over there, rather we would give it in a try statement and would just correct the indentations. Then we would declare on error. So actually I did a wrong thing, that I was doing it with React, I believe. Except, you have to say except. So it would give print error. Okay, so if it's successful, then it would print successful. Yep. So that's it. Now let's run our app. So firebase.py. Oh, oops. Beep. Sorry. Python firebase.py. Let's wait for a minute to see the result. If it's successful, what happens in the try and except sentence is, if the trial is successful, it would do the functions after this. So after this we have said that print successful, and if it's not successful, then it would come to the next statement, that is except, and over except, what its job is to print that error. So let's see, is it printing anything? Till now it's not printing. So over here, I would give this link onto the description. Here everything, this link in the description, here everything is mentioned clearly that what we have to do, with the auths and all things. So yeah, we would then see it's showing us successful. What does it mean? It's mean that our Firebase SDK is connected successfully. So now the thing to do is we would create auth. Now how to create auth with Firebase admin? Over here you can say that from Firebase underscore admin import auth. So what does it do? It imports the auth from the package named Firebase admin. Let's run it again. If it doesn't show any error, that means we have done it right. Okay, so now after having auth, you can see in the documentation what they have given. Oh, yep. Okay, so now how can we understand that whether our app is successfully connected to Firebase or not? Is by uploading something to the Firestore and checking it, is it going or not, or just including the input by taking the email and all email and password from the user and showing it onto the Firebase authentication section in Firebase console. So let's do it. So yeah, once we have initialized the Firebase admin auth and came uh, Firebase app and have imported the auth from there, the next thing we have to do is to say that user equal to create underscore user. So from where I'm knowing this, from this website of the Firebase docs. They have given it. Come to firebase.google.com/docs/auth/admin. So over here they have given the example that how we have to do this. So just copy this one. I'm just copying this one and pasting over here. So they have not asked for email, but we need to ask for email. Okay, so x equal to input, then we have to say email address. What is your email address? And then we would say the password. So what is your password? So just come over here and change it to password, y equal to password, and then just replace the email with x and the password with y. Now the most important thing that we need to take care of is we have to come over here into authentication. We would see that get started button is there. After pressing on get started button, it would load for a few minutes. I don't know why. After that, see here it was just given disabled. Now click on it, enable it, save it. Now when enabling it, just remove this phone number because we are not giving any kind of phone number thing and all. So if you want to have include the name of the person as well, then just declare another variable called z and then z equal to input, then say your name. So yeah, it's all. Now let's run. Okay, so take care of the indentation over here. Now let's run our app. So I have cleared the console. Now let's say python firebase.py. So after telling it, see, it's asking for an email address. So hello@gmail.com. It's not my email address or anyone else's email address, but this email address is given by Gmail for testing purposes. So now password, I would give here A B C D E F G H. Okay, and name is Mr. John Doe. It would see it has created a new user, and let's check it out over here in Firebase. Now check hello@gmail.com, and if we come to real-time database, I believe um, on real-time database, just open it, the real-time database. For 30 days, I would show you how to edit these rules in the next video for Firebase and Python as we create a larger version of an app. So we have to create a real-time database. Over here, we would find out the information that would be given from over here. So what is the email address that we would give? hello2@gmail.com. Mr. Jado. So it would give us another UID of the user. So just see if it's storing it in Firebase real-time database or not. It may not be storing it. Okay. Method of continue. Own UID. Let's check where are these user record. I don't guess it stores over here. And it doesn't store over here. Then where does it get stored? Okay, so we have successfully seen that we can create a new user with Firebase and Python. So on the next video, we would see that how we can create a UI with Python to create an app with Firebase admin. And that's all for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see you on the next video. Bye.